Hello, this is Val Hatterley here with the third tool in our series of tools to transform our belief in abundance. So now that you've had the first two tools to implement for a few days, remember the first tool, speaking consciously of abundance, and the second tool, acting prosperous, acting abundantly, consciously. Here's the third tool, and this is the toughest one, but it is definitely one that you want to use. It is feeling abundant. Now, one of the things that you have to realize is that our feelings are linked with our desires, what we want in our life. And sometimes that's negative if we are not accomplishing what we thought we would have accomplished by now, or if we really can't see how we might manifest what it is that we desire, then we have ucky feelings and we're not real happy about our desires. There isn't a happy aura around that. And what happens is that we kind of go down the path of that poor pity me, I'm so picked on. And often we begin to speak with, I can't do that, or if only, or ooh, that, yeah, but you just don't understand. And when we start to go down that path, then our focus is more on poverty consciousness and what is lacking in our life, what's missing in our life. So one of the things that we've got to remember is that desires are good. There just isn't anything better than you being, doing, and having what resonates with your soul, what resonates with your personality, your talents, your lifestyle. Those things are good. And the feelings that we experience when we recognize that expansion can actually happen in our life, those are incredible feelings. In fact, it's kind of like having a good meal. You feel contented. You feel well cared for when your desires to have and do and be more begin to come to fruition. So what if we're on a course, if we've kind of gone down that path of poor me, if we need a course correction, how can we do that? You know, is it just willpower? Well, not really. I know a way, a process that you can make that shift, that change in your feelings almost immediately. The first step in that process is awareness. Now, awareness has a lot to do with that word that we've used throughout these videos, and that is consciousness. And when you are aware of what your feelings are, when you're conscious of what's happening inside you, you're more able to make whatever change or shift or course correction must be made in order for you to change your feelings. If you're not aware and you're just headed right on, you know, and you don't have any cognizance of what's making you miserable, then there's no course correction. Now, the second step in this process of making a change from negative feelings to feelings of abundance is acknowledgement. And of course, you know that I'm going to say acknowledgement of everything that's around you that provides such abundance, such prosperity, such richness in our lives. Everything. The blue sky above, the birds singing, everything that you can put your focus on should be acknowledged. You go on a rampage like that for 5 minutes and your feelings begin to change, because acknowledgement is gratitude. And as we are grateful our actions change, and we become more caring, more sharing, more giving, and the focus goes from inside us to out to assist people. And that's when the feelings really start to change. Now, the third step in this process of changing how you feel is the step of acceptance. And I do not mean acceptance of your current situation. What I mean by the word acceptance is your willingness to open your arms to the abundance that is waiting to come into your life. If you do that consciously, you will be amazed at the doors that open for you, the opportunities that present themselves, if you're willing to accept them. Now, last video, we talked a little bit about taking action consciously, acting abundantly, but slowing down our life, because conscious living is at a different pace. That is key here in acceptance. You've got to make a void in your life so that new experiences, new opportunities, new abundance can actually come into your life. If your life is so crowded and so busy that you have no time or no awareness of what's going on, then you cannot accept more into your life. In fact, often we'll just say, no, nothing more. And we're overwhelmed, and that opportunity passes us by. So this third step is really important, that acceptance. But let me tell you what gets in the way. Sometimes people feel that they do not deserve more in their lives, that they are not worthy of abundance. And I'll tell you right now, that's hooey. That's garbage. You are worthy of whatever you desire. Not only are you worthy, but you're capable of taking the actions that will create or manifest that in your life. You really are. And no one is more worthy than you of your own desires. This conscious living idea, this awareness, acknowledging and accepting, this is life at its fullest, conscious living. And as you determine that you deserve to have the circumstances that you desire, whether it is more time with your family, whether it is living in a different place, whether it is a new job, whether it is becoming an entrepreneur, whether it's spending time on something that you're passionate about. The expansion that happens when you allow those things to actually come into your life is absolutely amazing. I encourage you to get in touch with your feelings. Now, where are your feelings? Well, they're not in your head. Some people think they're in your heart. Most people think they're just about where your solar plexus is. And often you will feel something there. You'll feel a knot in your stomach if it's negative. You'll feel butterflies if it's excitement. You'll feel contentedness if it's a real positive feeling. Be in tune with what's happening there. If you have a feeling in your gut that you should do something, that's your intuition talking. And that is a feeling of knowing how to go forward, knowing what action to take. Trust it. I promise you that you can live with zero limitations. I know that you can live a life without limits. But there's one stipulation, and that is you must believe in abundance.